Hey everyone, it's Relic here, and we are back on the FTOG Quantus server. And we're here in the Nether because I want to get down here and grab myself a few wither skulls. And there's a lovely little farm over here. I'm not sure if I've shown you this yet, but yeah, this thing is pretty cool. There's a really special sword in here. It's a cleaver, and I think that was potentially made by Technojock. And well, it was here. Ah, there it is. Right, cool. So what we can do with that is we can stand here, and this increases the drops because it's got the beheading on it. And I think that's on. Yeah, it is. Good. So we just stand here, going to kill these guys for a few minutes, just until, say, we get the drops that we want, because we're going to need quite a few of these. And that is because today, what I want to do is, now that we've got our dimensions set up, is I want to get myself set up with a nether star generator, and it requires wither skulls in order to do that. And once I've killed a good number of these guys, we'll head back to the base and we'll get started. Okay, so we have grabbed an absolute bunch of these. So we've got 40 of those. Also got some coal, which I don't really want to have in my immediate inventory. So just get rid of all this other stuff that we don't want currently. Pop all that away. So I don't know where these stone swords came from. I guess from them. And that is good. Right, so we've got those. And if we just go back into this, we should be able to throw a bunch of these together. Now, I'm not sure how much power these actually give out. It doesn't actually say anywhere, but if we were to pop these in here, this is the furnace generator that this is going to require first of all, and that's going to require a machine block. So let's see if we can at least pop a few of those in. So if we say make 8 of those, as I say, I'm not sure how much power these put out, but we'll start off with just one and we'll see what the power output is like, and then we can just pop a few of these furnace generators together, hopefully. So in fact, can we do 4 of those? Yeah, good. And we'll keep those machine blocks handy in there for now. And then the actual generator itself, obviously what we're going to require to do 4 of those is just use a bit of that. So that's only actually made 1. Why did that only make 1? Okay, so I rebooted and it seems that I can now make these. I don't know what was causing that before, but yeah, for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me. But there we go. So we're going to have 4 nether star generators. And now, hopefully, we want to grab some stuff. Now, I'm hoping that this storage tablet works across dimensions. So if we get ourselves, so we've got to hold this down, haven't we? Let's get ourselves into the dimension and get this set up. Okay, so I don't know why it took a few minutes to load in, but yeah, getting pretty good frame rates. Now, first thing I want to do is just want to make sure that I've got this up to build height. I don't think I have yet, but I have got to the build limit height, sorry. But I have got a load of the ectoplasm, so we can pop a load more of that into the spectra core. And I wish that there was a little bit quicker getting up here. So we'll be at 184. So we're just going to need a few more, which I've got. So let's just see, this is the test. Does this now work here? It does. Good. Right, so let's get the ectoplasm out. So 1, 2, 3 of those. And let's pop that in there. And that in there. Right, so that must now be the build height. So what we're going to need is, if we get up here again, is I want to set this up right at the very top, because I think that's the conclusion that we came to, was that was the best place for it, well out of the way. And yeah, hopefully we're not going to need to go up and down here too often, because this is a bit of a pain. And what we're going to do is just going to build a little bit of a platform to have this up here. So I guess we won't go all the way up. If we go about here, right, so what can we build this platform with? What have we got that I want to build with? I guess we could use cobble, but yeah, that'd look a bit strange. Weathered bricks, I'm guessing will be okay. Have we got any alabaster actually? Because I'm thinking that the alabaster would look pretty good up here. Right, let's do that. So we use a bit of that, and I think this would be a good height. So all I want to do is create a little bit of a platform where I can put everything on like so. So yeah, give me a minute and yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so I've got a little bit of a platform set up, and this is not going to be central, which is going to kind of annoy me a little bit, I guess. But if we offset, because I think we'd probably intended to put a couple of these up here, so we'll put it a little bit away from the edge just so we've got some room to work, and I guess put another one there. That's still not going to be central, obviously. Ah, oh, that really messes with my head. Right, so yeah, we haven't got to look at it. It'll just be what it'll be. And the reason why I want this gap in the middle here is because I want to have the power cell in the middle there. So I don't think that I've actually got one of these made already. I haven't, no. So let's just grab ourselves a quick power cell. And it looks as though we've got no diamonds or emeralds in our system, which is a little bit unfortunate. Can we at least make a card? Right, we can make a card. In fact, we are going to need, I guess, yeah, let's make a couple of cards actually. Right, so we've got a couple of cards, and we can make ourselves an ender chest. So, ender chest. We need to have it over here, actually, don't we? Let's try that again. Right, ender chest, come on. Ender chest. Like so. So, there's one. In fact, can we even make one? No, because we need an eye of ender, which hopefully should be fairly straightforward. One. Right, two of those. And then two chests. 1, 2. And then one of those chests we'll put down here. So I just want to double check actually before we even get into this works. So we'll put the chest. I think we actually put that right at the back. Now, I don't actually want this to... Do I want to colour this with something? I think I do actually, just to make absolutely sure. So if we use a bit of lapis, I'm fairly sure it still works this way. So shift click, or just click. I thought that was the... It must be another mod that adds the chest that's got the 3 little buttons on it actually. Was there another one? This may well be worth checking out there. They're infusers. Maybe it was ender chest without a space in it. No, it wasn't. Fine, do you know what? We'll just go with what we've got because that will be fine. And we'll go and do the setup on the other side. And I'm a bit worried that I haven't got any emeralds or diamonds. I thought I did. But anyway, so I will go and get these bits set up. So I'll go and make a power cell. And I'll get the other side of this set up as well. So we want the ender chest next to the wheat farm. So it's pulling out the stuff there. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so back at the wheat farm. And I'll put an ender chest down here then. And we want to put down a node on here, and then in that node, can we go into there? Yeah, so we're going to put a filter Okay, so if we grab out some, obviously the nether stars will be in there at the moment, but we want to make sure that this can only pick up nether stars. So if we just whitelist those, whitelist. Right, so that's fine. So that will only be able to pick those up. And then if we were to, I'm hoping that this will link on. And I'm thinking that probably the only, at the moment, the only other option that we've got is the dimensional transceiver. And we just haven't started with Ender.io yet, so it would take quite a while to set that up. But I mean, we're going to have to. It's either that, or I'm guessing that later on that we can probably use applied energistics to do this. But fine. Okay, so I suppose the other option is if we were to break that and break this chest. So this is actually gonna need to produce some power. Be producing some power in order to test this. So I'm gonna need to go and put some ender pearls into our generators downstairs. So yeah, give us a second and I'll be back. So we've got some power, and this is filling up, and I've just stuck a lever on side of here just so that we can turn this on and off if we need to. And now we need to head on back over to the other side. In fact, no, I prefer to do it outside actually. I'm still getting that weird thing actually where I end up taking a bit of damage, so I'm wondering if I was to come over to here, it's far enough away from the overhang that maybe it won't happen. Just grab our key and yeah, I'll meet you back over the other side. Okay, so yeah, got over here and yeah, nothing is feeding through, and that is, I've got to say, a bit of a pain. So what we are gonna have to do for now is I'm gonna grab this out because we don't need that there for now. Make a hole just there. I'm gonna grab myself a normal chest. I'll pop that there, and then we'll have to feed up into this. So all we are gonna need to do is grab ourselves one of those. I'm gonna pop that on the front. And hopefully this will work. So I want to put one there going into this. I think it'll work going into the back. It should do. And I don't want to put anything in it just yet. But if we drop under here, what we can do is certainly not do that. Right, what we can do is put the pipe down sufficiently far away that we're not going to get the wither effect, and then we can feed it in from here manually for now, which is not exactly what I wanted to do, but we've got quite a lot of the stars, so it should last a little while. It's certainly enough to build up a bunch more nether stars on the other side. And if we go into here, let's just grab ourselves another chest. So I'm hoping now that I've got some chests. No, I haven't. Have I got any wood? Yes, I have. Good. Because that would have been a bit of a pain. So let's clear out all this. And just put some wood round here. And there is a chest. Cool. And if we put that, there, and then we want another one of these transfer nodes on top. There we go. Right, so transfer node, transfer pipe. Cool, so we can now drop stuff into there. So let's just make sure, absolute sure that works. We'll just put a bit of wood in there for now. Right, so, and let's go and check up here. That's actually gone in, and that'll just be sitting there in this node. I would have thought. Don't tell me that you put that inside here. And there we go. Right, it just took a little bit of time. Fine. Right, so we know that we can manually feed some nether stars in here. We need to make the power cell first of all. So let's just turn those into emeralds. And now, if we go in and type in power cell, like so, and we should hopefully have everything we need. Now we need to make a machine frame first of all. And there we go. So there is the machine frame. Pop that in there, pop that in there, and there's the power cell. Good, something has worked. So put that in the middle, and we want to set it so that it accepts all sides to accept energy. We'll put the link card in there, so that's now linked up. Good. Right, now how am I going to know if this is working? I'm guessing if we suddenly have like a massive burst of power. Because I really don't want to get withered. I still got the pendant, but yeah, I still don't want to get withered anyway. Fine, so that's input, input. And yeah, so the link card is going to make sure that it gets the power. What we'll do for now is we will just put 2 of the nether stars in, and I'm guessing it'd be kind of useful actually to be able to see this from underneath whether it's working. So if we get rid of a couple of these bits, because we don't actually need to have the platform all the way up, so I'll have it like that. And now we can sort of see from a safe distance whether it's working, I guess. Right, so stop messing about. 1, 2, like so, and then okay, good, there we go. So, and you can see the little particles there, so we definitely want to get away from them. Right, so that's now filling up with power, so I'm going to get myself back over to the other side and make sure that it is actually feeding the power into the other power cell. Okay, so back at the Woot farm, and it's actually the second time I've been back here, because stupidly when I came back the first time I realised that I realised quickly actually that I hadn't left one of the ender anchors over by the nether star generator in our little dimension, and yeah, none of the power was getting across. So, and I'm also thinking I might have to set up an ender anchor in here as well. But yeah, so it's getting loads of power. If I just turn this off, you'll see it just fills up straight away, and the power cell down here is full. And I did leave a handful of nether stars. A handful? A stack? A handful? Yes, I left a stack of nether stars over in the chest over there. But yes, this is doing all right, and it's already got 12 stars in there as well. So we should be able to replenish our supply pretty easily. I guess what I want to do next is set up some of the upgrades on here. Now, obviously, from the point of view of the upgrades, they're not going to be easy to make. So this requires some bits and pieces here, but it requires one of these Power 1 books. Now, we can make one of these in the enchanter, I'm guessing, but yeah, we need some bits and pieces before we can even get to that, so we need to get a start on Ender.io. There's actually quite a lot of reasons to get started on Ender.io now, because obviously we want the dimensional transceiver so that we're not messing around having to keep running back and forward between dimensions to replenish nether stars. But yeah, so that's that. And then the rate 2 upgrade requires a power 1 and a power 2 and a few more bits. And then I'm guessing the rate 3 is going to require power 1, so it requires 2 power 3s. And I'm not even sure, I've not used this enchanter before, so yeah, I'm not sure whether or not it's just the same, like a chance, the same as the enchantment table. But yeah, that is definitely what we're going to have to get onto, and I'm guessing we'll do that in the next episode. Actually get a start, I say, on the Ender IO. But that is going to be it for this episode. I've got things done a little bit quicker than I thought I would do, so I think at the moment this is quite a short episode. But I don't really want to start anything else. As I say, I want to get started in the next episode on the Ender IO. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm pretty happy. It's a good setup, and definitely from a power point of view, I mean that is just gonna keep going. And yeah, I'm not sure how long the nether stars last for, but yeah, quite happy with it. So if you've liked the video, obviously drop us a like. Again, always appreciated. And thanks ever so much for watching, guys. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Can't find the button now. There we go. Bye.